welcome aboard. We are currently on our way driving. My back attached to the back. My bike. My back. I got my back in the back. My bike in the back. I just made these Wake Movement t-shirts just for this with stencils. WakeMovement.org. Oh, I just pulled a muscle doing that. Worth it. And it's hot. That's my ACs. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is in the news in my town that these people are protesting, exercising their freedom of speech, waving SS flags and Nazi flags. Supposedly they're on or of the Goyim Defense League, one of their owners, Handsome Truth and Sway Guevara are the two known leaders. There's this other guy who ran in San Diego, last name Little, who's been associated with them. But then I heard also that it's a socialist movement from somewhere else. So this is going to be interesting. They have Trump, it's a Trump talk, and I think DeSantis. And they have DeSantis pictures and Trump pictures. And I heard even InfoWars stuff too. This is giving the Holocaust Museum, the ADL, just exactly what they're there for. If they didn't have people like this doing this, they wouldn't get funded as much. It cease to exist. That's their whole purpose. It's like live action role playing, Fed posting is what they're doing. I came up with that on my own, and that's so true. Well, I want to see who these people are. We're going to record them and try not to get beat up by. Really going to, because there's like the left out there. Yesterday they did a march for pro-life, pro-right to choose abortion, pro-choice. Upset about the Roe vs. Wade thing. So they have kind of beef against who would guess would be the extreme right is white supremacist Nazis. I don't know. The Goyim Defense League is suspicious, very suspicious. I don't know anything about Sway Guevara or Handsome Truth. I just had to look them up as I did my research on them. I came across them a little bit ago because there was some flyers being posted, or rumors, mind you, of flyers being posted that said that a certain group were behind the pandemic and the medicine for it. And then they use these freaking trope troll cartoon figures of the merchant rubbing his hands. It is so. I just can't believe they'd be that dumb. Either they really are just that dumb. They don't realize that they are idiots for praising Hitler. What did Hitler do? Crumbled Germany. Alright, so we're getting close to the downtown convention center, is where we're going. There's an interesting fellow who is like the head of the SS, I believe. Hitler's number one bodyguard. And there was some controversy as to why this person was in this position. The Havara Agreement was an agreement to transfer some back to their, where they claim is their place of origin. So, wish me luck, and I'll be back. We're gonna live stream it. Hope I don't get punched by a Nazi or punched by an Antifa. I'm coming there busting heads on both sides. You're all wrong. We'll be that guy. I mean, they're gonna maybe check out Wake Movement's YouTube page, which is allwakemovement.org right now. It's just a link to my YouTube. So that's good. And it was in the news, and it was nationwide. And it's gonna be such a hoopla, which is why I'm parking further away and riding my bike into the scene. You know what I mean? Riders on the storm. I'm gonna get some good content because that's how I do. Wake movement. Hi. Why are you so anti-Semitic, yet you worship a Semitic man god? Trump supporting. Well, who has been the president who has done the most for this nation, our greatest ally? Who Pelosi said our country could be burning in ashes. And one thing that will remain is our unbreakable bond and support for our greatest ally, whose wars we've been fighting for the longest time. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is how we do it. Bow. I could get closer. I could get closer. Tempt. That's a little bit of a ride. Yes, the Tampa's pretty cool. It is 95 degrees because it's geographically placed underneath the ball sack of North America. Like stuck in, behind a closed knee. At least there is a beach, but it's still, St. Pete is still like 45-minute drive. And then when you want to go is when everybody else wants to go. So then it turns into an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. And then you might as well just live landlocked in frickin' Wyoming. But there are some. Oh, here's a walker. So I'm gonna go. I just. just gonna rail on everybody I see. What I should probably do is, because I just live streaming the whole thing, you might get annoyed. Or you might love it. Or you might hang up. Runaway train never coming back. I'm running on a one-way track. Feel like I should be getting somewhere. Runaway train never coming back. We have Publix's in Florida, which I think it just operates like illegal produce growing tomato factories up northeast, like Wyomama. Oh, I'm actually driving into it because I should. Why didn't I park? Uh-uh. I don't see a police presence like there was yesterday. Where's my Nazis? Hello, Nazis. Where are ya? Come to see just how Nazi are you, bro? You are not him. And ladies and gentlemen, there are no Nazis at the convention center today. I think that must have just been yesterday. Made these shirts. They're still badass. Maybe we'll just get around. Find a parking spot and ride my bike around. I just jaywalked and nearly gave up his life for it. Ybor City's outside of downtown Tampa. I went there last night and it has gone to shit. But then there's nicer buildings in there too. But lots of empty ones that used to be open that aren't so nice actually. And then on the way there, passed by Channel Side, which has an area that's called Riverside something. That's pretty happening. And that's a bunch of new buildings right across from the Tampa Amalie Arena, where the Lightning of Tampa have recently went back to back, almost triple peated the ability to run on the ice with blades on your sneakers and smack a piece of rubber around with a stick and knock each other's teeth out and throw each other against a wall. Just give me my sports ball. Let me wear some other guy's name on me because I'm a simp for somebody else. You know, the Rastas, who still believe in the Mosaic biblical Yahweh or Jah, poor people been hoodwinked as well. They don't wear name brand clothing. It's kind of cool. I mean, it'd be nice to not have Chinese sweatshops or Filipino or wherever they're Indonesia, wherever they get these children's slave shops. We just all use them. No one gives a shit. I mean, not that many people are out even downtown because it's 100 freaking degrees. Thanks, Putin. I think they cranked up the heat on us to get through their green energy bills, which I'm sure when you look into it just benefits the uber wealthy. doesn't benefit the common worker, and definitely not the average Sri Lankan, as we've seen in recent turn of events there. This one lady was interviewed. This one lady was interviewed in front of the royal house, or the president, whatever they call him. And just so amazed that they had air conditioning life. And she's like, "You're telling us that we have to cut back on how much food we eat, and you've got a fucking house with cold air blowing out of the fucking ceiling and walls." Oh, oh, that's so sad. I'm laughing because I'd be crying if I wasn't laughing. It's a laugh cry. It's a lie. It's a it's a cry. A craft. Cry. I'm crafting. Jeez. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. We got 2 watchers and 1 thumbs up. Fuck yeah. My shirts are soon to be on sale by the seashore with Shelly. I got a medicinal marijuana license recently. They have sativa. Smoke it during the day. And everything's fun. And then indica puts you in the couch. Puts you in the bag of potato chips. No. Then they say that it makes you more tired, but what I've noticed is indica is more intense mentally. If you're gonna sit down and get into a movie, maybe some indica. Yes, these shirts are for a generous donation. A donation. I said it doesn't make you tired, right? For a generous donation of $2,500, you get a hand printed shirt by me. 1 out of 1. Never to be duplicated in that same exact fashion, in that same time. I do everything under the good auspices of the stars and the heavenly luminaries. Each one is not washed in the blood of the Lamb. Because that'd be sick, right? Yeah. Damn, Danny. I'm trying to find me some Nazis. Come out, wherever you are, Nazis. See how Nazi? I'm gonna say you are not a not the. Oh, man. Goyim.tv or goyimtv.com. Their website is suspiciously well put together and not taken down and advertised and quoted in Wikipedia. interviews by mainstream media. I did see someone else on Twitter who was down there yesterday. Missed all the fun. I need to start getting more proactive with the wake movement. Out in the streets, they call it wake movement. Welcome to Tampa, camp where the thugs them camp at. 2 pound of weed in a van bag. It's actually a station wagon. So I have a E320 2000 Mercedes. It's called an estate, not a station wagon. Don't get it twisted. And it is badass. It's not. They made an AMG version of it called the E55. That thing is badass. Thinking about dropping in a supercharger, overhaul it, do the headers. Probably won't do any of that shit. Building new places around here, selling them for high ass prices. Somehow, people can afford them. Maybe these people are people unlike myself who have worked on their credit. Fucking pawns in the system. Probably paying off their student debt. I haven't paid $1 of student debt, and I have like 100,000 of it. You know how much sleep I lose over that? 0.00 fucking milliseconds. Don't care. Knew that, dude. Kind of. I'm an influencer. I hate, loathe that term, influencer. I'm mostly under the influencer. don't. Not while you're driving, kids. Not while you're driving. Because you might drive the speed limit, wear your seatbelt, let people go before you, not curse somebody out for cutting you off. These are some of the side effects from driving under the influence of marijuana. I love it to my heart and soul. I don't know how people would just be raw dogging this life without smoking pot. What should I do? I'm all out and about. Got this bike. Got my propaganda. I got my 6 string. I've got my ass. I've got my head. I got my limbs. I got my feet. I got my teeth. I got my toes. I got my belly button. I got my liver. Got my life. I got laughs, brother. I've got crazy things, mother. I've got good times, man. Can't you understand? Thank you. Oh, just a little impromptu. Sometimes I just get carried off in a song because the spirit of Coronos takes over me. This is a not a nahtzees symbol. But ADL would have you think that all the symbolism that isn't from their culture, or it sprang out of it, i.e. Christianity and Islam, are white supremacist. Fucking goyim. Set me up an interview with Sway Guevara or Handsome Truth. Really doing a lot of solid work for the Western Europeaner. Considering the dude's freaking Puerto Rican. Maybe, I mean, to support Wake movement and waking us up out of this Zio matrix. I like to think we could all get together and do that. There's many people from certain ethnicities who are against apartheid Israel illegal occupation of Palestine and the treatment of its citizens. We don't hear about them. They don't care about us. I mean, sheesh. What has the Jewish sect of Christianity done for black people? It enforced the slave narrative. They had preachers specifically for this endeavor. Damn, that girl, boy! I am not one of those old guys who goes by and says that. But hey, to appreciate a beautiful looking woman, this is the Hyde Park Village area. It's a little bit more nicer. Look at that, girl, she's banging! Don't feel like that, kid. Damn! Man, I really need to find a girlfriend. I don't know why. I'm very mature. Great credit. You need to grow the fuck up, Liam. This motherfucker has a suit jacket on. I appreciate the look. But on a day like today, I mean, I did it not too long ago too. But you ain't him. You are not him. Hyde Park Village is popping a little bit. Girls in their summer dresses. Men with their curls and S's. Wow. Oh, great parking spot. Are you going to hop on it? Oh, I'd go into it, but I got a bike on the back of my car. That's how I do to look like Joe Biden. I should go get him on the channel. But I know Biden's locked up with the bid. Remember how during the campaign for Biden, who managed to muster up the most amount of votes ever recorded in human history because of his mental acuity? Sure. Locked in a freaking dungeon of his home in the basement for the majority of it. Why? Because you see how smooth he is. Can't answer live questions. He went to go talk to the Saudis. Or I guess he picked up the Rona. Or in Israel. He was asked if he was there to address our energy crisis, the fact that we're paying a shit ton for gas, not to mention everything else. And he said, that's not even why I'm here. I'm here to talk about this plan I have to strengthen Israel's security, i.e. to give Israel, a foreign nation, more money. But he was criticized by the right for not going to the wall, while he publicly announced, not for the first time, that he is a proud Zionist. So that might make sense why he's totally crumbling our country, because after all, we are a dome. And why is he don't be dumb? Because it's a dome. That was a great impersonation. I never do good impersonation. That was a great one. Play that back. Why is that dumb? That's dumb. Because it's that dumb. Watch out, Hollywood. I'm coming. And don't you dare insinuate that Hollywood is run by a certain elect. You will have to apologize if you ever want to work there again. Just going to prove the point. There's one guy who did The Godfather, Marlon Brando, got in trouble for that. Damn, your little car making wide turns. You need a freaking caution wide turn sticker on the back of your I-Series, 1 Series, freaking Beamer. Duh. Okay, that was kind of anticlimactic. I'm on beautiful Bay Shore Boulevard right now, home to the Gasparilla pirate invasion. A certain group who we were just in questioning had a certain affiliation with pirates, go figure. Look no further than the Jolly Roger pirate flag emblem, the skull and the crossbones, for the Masonic, Abrahamic based grooming station of a fraternity at Yale, where George Bush Jr. and his father both went, and John Kerry. So during the presidential election of whenever that was, we had Kerry, 2 Skull and Bone sorority members running up against each other. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here, folks. Keep on walking. Keep on rocking in a free world. That's a fucking lie. Usually I am free to talk about this right now, just because I have no followers, so they don't strike me down with the wrath of Yahweh. Whenever I'm on my home computer and I go to leave and it asks me, I go to shut it off, and then it says on the screen shutting down. In my head, I always scream, "Shut it down!" I'm shutting the stream down. Not so